for helping me reach the top 20 of IAMFREEDOM awards, and this is challenge number 2. I decided to go for 2 of the most controversial icons of our time. Both of them are famous in their own rights. It was basically an easy choice, but not necessarily an easy task. I really had fun creating this modern icon looks, and I hope you enjoy every bit of this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and please share this video to help me reach the top 10. You can vote for me by going to this website. Okay, let's start. First, let me reveal my true bare face by removing my eyebrows using this micellar water. Then get a glass of water, not for drinking, but for the eyebrows. This is an easy hack for girls with low-set eyebrows like me to brush and fix them upwards. Get a regular bar soap and brush a wet spoolie against it. Just play with the amount of soap that will fix the brow hairs upwards. Taylor has thin, high-arch brows that are naturally filled in, so instead of covering my low-set eyebrows and drawing a new pair, I wanted to keep the texture of my real brow hairs and lightly shaping them like Taylor's. I didn't have a blonde eyebrow pencil with me, so with a wet eyebrow brush, I picked up the light brown powder from this palette and drew some short feathered lines on the tail end, then lightly filling the rest of the brows. Next, get a light concealer to clean the shape and emphasize the brow bone. Her brows also start a little far off the center, so I'm trying to conceal this area. Blend the concealer with your finger or brush, then continue with your base makeup. I decided to go lighter than my skin tone to match Taylor Swift's milky skin. And to avoid getting any foundation on my top, I used tissue as my bib. Once well blended, I went back to my under eye areas and concealed them. Then I prominently made this triangle highlight from the base of the eyebrows to the forehead, then brought that down to the nose, trying to copy Taylor's structure, which was a little challenging because of my crooked nose, but we gotta make it work, and then let's just go to the chin. And definitely don't miss highlighting your brow bone. I set the concealed areas with the lightest powder from this palette. Her signature look is not boldly highlighted nor contoured, so go easy on your powder. And just to bring back color and life to our fair skin, I'm using my favorite bronzer from Freedom, softly blending that on the perimeters of my face with this big fluffy brush. Once done, we can proceed with the eye makeup, but first we gotta prime our lids. Her eye makeup is usually simple, but for this particular tutorial, I'm gonna try to copy the structure and contour of her eyes. First, picking up this matte light shade and putting that on my brow bone. Then with a fluffy brush, applying this light brown powder as my transition color. To make the brow bone more prominent, I'm brushing whatever's left on the brush upwards. With a finer yet fluffy brush, I'm picking up this darker brown and putting that on the crease. I'm holding the brush almost perpendicular to the face to avoid blending it upwards or downwards too much. And of course, always blending out to the tail end to give more emphasis on the brow bone. Here, I'm adding more of the darker brown on the inner corner to match how her lids fold. Then adding a faint pop of shimmer on the area nearest to the lash line to provide contrast to the new lash fold contour. Here, I'm just polishing the details, then I tight-lined my lash line using this dip brow pomade. Doing this with an eye pencil would have been easier, but I don't have that, so we gotta improvise. Upon reaching the end of the eye, try to make a soft flick as our guide later on. In the recent Vogue photoshoot, Taylor ditched it, but her signature look is never complete without that perfect cat eye. After spending an hour perfecting that, you can go ahead and run a fine brush with a brown powder along the lower lash line. Then get your favorite lengthening mascara and don't be shy to pop on some lashes. To make my eyes more wispy, I cut one full lash in half and glued the demi-lashes on both ends. That's it for the eyes. Now we'll move on to nose contouring. Key thing to remember is always start with the lightest brown and go darker as you add more details. Here I'm lightly contouring my nose and trying to figure out how I'm gonna reshape mine to look like Taylor's. Lighter to darker and making sure that everything is well blended, then adding highlights using a matte white powder at first. Blend, 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 and you can always go back to add more details and depth, just like what I'm doing here. Once you're happy with the Taylor Swift nose, you can also go down and start copying more details, just like her Cupid's bow. With a fine brush and the lightest concealer from the palette, I'm just drawing the lines and blending that with my finger. Light brown contour on the lower lip to give it more volume, and also going back to the Cupid's bow to add some dimension. For the blush, nothing too harsh. I'm just picking up this peachy pink blush and blending that in with the bronze area. This blush palette from Freedom is pigmented, so you gotta be careful while packing the color. Going back and blending them together with a clean brush, and now we can go to the highlight. My favorite subtle highlighter in Ambient. First things first, highlight your brow bone. Then the highest points of your cheeks, your nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. You know the drill. Finally moving to the lips, it would have been perfect if I had a lip liner, but I didn't have that. Oh well, wet brush and brown powder to the rescue. Now that our lips are aligned and defined, I'm loading this angled brush with this Pro Lipstick Red in Expression. In most photos, she has a prominent sharp V on the Cupid's bow and fuller lower lips. And it's easier to be accurate to achieve that using this lip brush. I think the brown powder also helped in making the red color much deeper. Last but not the least, I top my lips with this luscious red lip gloss. Just smack your lips and you are done. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel really weird looking at myself in the mirror after this makeup look. Do you think I can pass as an Asian far relative of Taylor Swift? I actually love this look even more with my fringe. But of course, you know me, I won't stop here. Good that she changed her haircut recently so I can recycle this 150 peso wig. Sprayed a little coffee to kill the neon yellow. But this hair looks perfectly bleached in the intro thanks to the amazing After Effects skill of my friend Rami. Finally moving on to the Kim K look, and definitely I'm not wasting any time here. This micellar wipe is definitely a time and lifesaver. Kim K is known for that high arch, full defined brows, so Taylor's was actually a very good base for me. Using the ash brown dip brow pomade, I'm sculpting my brows and filling in the sparse areas. Then making them further on fleek by cleaning the lower brow line with a concealer and dragging that all over my lids as a base. When I saw this gorgeous, audacious 3 palette, I thought it would be perfect for Kim K's Cannes Film Festival look. First, this matte light beige shade on the brow bone and overall lid area to set the concealer. With the same fluffy brush, we're gonna pick up this beautiful matte rosy shade and put that as our transition color. Buff that nicely to make the eye look totally seamless. Next, we're gonna add dimension by picking up this light plum shade and putting that on the outer corner into the crease. Blend with a capital B, I can't stress this enough. And next, we're gonna pick up this beautiful matte shade and pack this color on the rest of the eyelid area. Then I went back to the outer corner and crease area with this deeper shade and blended everything to deepen the eye sockets. Next, we'll make a base for the upper falsies. With a wet angled brush and black eyeshadow, make a soft line on the upper lash line. Use your favorite mascara just to prep your lashes for later. Before completing the eye look, let's do our base makeup first. Strobe cream for moisture and sheen. Then applying foundation with a sponge for that flawless airbrush finish. And of course, what is Kim Kardashian makeup without highlighting and contouring? Pretty sure you know this step very well. Highlight these areas and blend. Get a small, dense brush like this that's perfect for buffing your concealers. And for a hassle-free contour, how about using a contour stick like this one in medium too? Definitely giving more attention to my cheekbones because that's something that I really need to pop. Hello cheekbones! Making sure that everything is well blended because Kim K's makeup artist Mario is all about blending. We're gonna use the light powder from this duo to set the highlight areas, also to sharpen our contours. Then we can finally go back and complete our eye makeup, which is definitely bottom heavy. Slowly build up the dark smoky makeup and make the inner corner somewhat sharp yet soft. This very fine eyeliner brush is perfect for precise eyeline application, but here, once again, I'm using wet black eyeshadow. With a light hand, slowly add and smudge and blend the black eyeshadow, but at the same time, don't be afraid to be bold about this. This is a detail that I love the most about Kim K's glamorous makeup look. Finish the eye makeup with some long yet natural looking falsies to avoid overpowering our dark, dramatic smoky. Run another coat of mascara and curl your lashes. I am super in love with the balance of this look. It's like the yin and yang. Hello! Brushing off the excess powder and blending the contour and highlight together. Then again, my favorite bronzer to help sculpt and give us that beautiful bronze. And nothing too dramatic on the blush. We just need to focus on the eyes for this look. And next, our favorite part, of course, we need some highlight, and for that we're gonna use Glow, which is a very beautiful yellow tone highlight, which is super amazing. Just take a look at that glow. Nice. Highlight everything that you need to highlight and make sure that everything is well blended, and finally we can go to the lips. Same trick right here. We're using our brown shadow with wet lip brush and top that with Pro Lipstick Bare in Untouched. Keep the lips matte for this look, and for the final touch, of course we need to go back to brown, so hello! And that's it for this video. I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to vote for me and help me make it to the top 10. I definitely need your shares and your votes, so please keep them coming. Thank you so much.